Hello, welcome to your latest updates from the Met Office. It's pretty rare that we issue red weather warnings, but there is one in place through Friday night for the strength of the wind, of course, being caused by Storm Arwen. This red weather warning brings the potential for very dangerous conditions, unusually strong winds, and very, very large and powerful waves. Here is the storm system. We named it on Thursday morning. It's heading steadily down through the North Sea, but look at that squeeze in the isobars there in its wake across particularly eastern Scotland and northeast England. That's where the strongest, most damaging winds are likely to be. Let's take a look at the wind gusts then. Gusts of 70 to 80 miles an hour. Just this little pocket here as those isobars squeeze together down the east coast of Scotland into northeast England for a time. Those gusts of wind 80, possibly 90 miles an hour. But also the winds picking up through this evening and during the night around the Irish Sea coast as well. So North Wales, West Wales, and eventually into parts of southwest England. So as well as the red warning covering the extreme northeast, there are two amber weather warnings in place for the gusty winds. Let's try and break down the warnings for you. It is pretty complicated. There are a lot of warnings in place. I urge you for more detail on the warnings to visit the Met Office website. But that red warning, that rare red warning extends from Aberdeenshire down into northeast England. It's particularly the coastal strip where gusts of wind are likely to reach 80, maybe 90 miles an hour. Very unusual and in an unusual direction. So those kind of winds are going to cause some structural damage, bring down trees. Power issues should be expected as well. And very powerful and dangerous waves as well. Don't be tempted to head to the coast through this evening. There is a broader amber warning in place where gusts of wind of 75 miles an hour are also likely again. They could cause some travel disruption and also potentially some power issues also. We have bigger yellow wind warnings in place already in force, and they last into Saturday as well. But we also have another amber warning for Friday nights across North and West Wales and into parts of southwest England again. Potentially damaging gusts of wind, likely for further travel disruption in this zone also. And there are yellow snow warnings in place down the spine of the country as the weather turns more and more wintry. Mostly over hills, but even at low levels, there could be a covering of snow in places. That also obviously brings the risk of icy conditions on the roads. So that's the warnings. Let's take a look at the weather. You can see this zone of wet weather sinking southwards with a mixture of rain, sleet and snow over northern England and pushing even into southern England with some snow possible in places here. You may wake up to a covering, but it really is the winds that are most likely to cause the disruption, really picking up and increasing overnight down that northeastern, those North Sea coasts, starting to ease a little bit by Saturday morning. Those winds will actually help to keep the temperatures maybe a touch above freezing in some towns and cities, but it's going to feel very cold throughout Saturday. And there'll still be wet weather across parts of central and eastern England, a mixture of rain, sleet and snow. Not huge amounts of snow expected at low levels, but there could, as I say, be a covering in places. And through the day, wintry showers will keep feeding in on this northerly wind across northern and eastern Scotland and the eastern side of England. Further snow likely, certainly over the hills of northeast England during Saturday. Many western areas dry, a few showers maybe for Pembrokeshire and Cornwall, but much of the west dry and sunny. But still, those winds will be powerful and potentially causing some disruption. It'll certainly feel cold in that wind as well. The thermometer may read 3, 4, 5 Celsius, but it will feel closer to freezing because of the strength of those winds. All, of course, caused by Storm Arwen, which does finally start to head further south during Saturday night and into Sunday, but never completely clears away. This little bump in the isobars, a little ridge of high pressure coming into the west will bring many a fine day on Sunday, but the feed of winds still coming in from the North Sea, so we're still likely to see some showers across eastern England during Saturday night and continuing into Sunday. And as temperatures plummet under those clear skies and the winds do finally start to ease, it will be a very cold start and a frosty start to Sunday. And of course, wherever we've got showers, that does bring the risk of icy conditions on Sunday. So Sunday, we'll see further scattered showers across East Anglia, Lincolnshire, up towards Newcastle, and 1 or 2 showers, which will be of rain across Pembrokeshire, Cornwall, maybe into Northern Ireland. But for many places, it's dry and sunny on Sunday, and with lighter winds although it will be very cold and frosty first thing. Temperatures maybe just a touch higher than Saturday, and as I say, because of those winds being a little lighter, it might just feel a little less bitter. But there are those warnings in place. As I say, please go and look for yourself. There are many warnings in place and they're constantly being monitored and updated. So check the Met Office website, download the app and make sure you're following the Met Office across social media.